Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LC Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Belle Collective. It is back for part B of season 3 as of last night. You can watch it every Friday night on OWN at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm glad it's back, but I think today I'm going to be griping a lot because I didn't like what was happening in the episode. But I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this content, and also give me your comments on what you feel about the show and even my commentary if you do not mind, or if you have something to say. I didn't write anything down, but I think that I have all my points. Or I think I remembered everything. How did we start off everything? Oh, it was revealed who was actually pregnant, and it's Tamara. So Tamara and Demond are having a child. So congratulations to Tamara and Demond. I believe what happened is her course in the journey, as far as her deciding to get pregnant, really had to do with what was going on with her body. She had to get removed 39 fibroids and then some polyps. If I'm saying this right, I'm not really that studious as it comes to any type of the women female parts or whatever, or what goes on in their body. But yeah, so she was really thinking about having a hysterectomy, but then she decided, well, let's go on and have this child just in case anything happens in the future. So they are pregnant. Thus far they can hear the heartbeat, but they cannot tell the gender of the child as of yet. So Demond is happy. He was faking like he wasn't crying, but was really crying. It was his first ultrasound, and I guess Tamara already had an ultrasound. So that explains why Tamara's always getting water when she goes out to any type of function with these ladies. So again, congratulations. We move on to Letitia and Soguchi. This is where my griping is going to come into play. Soguchi invites Letitia to some type of place, a cowboy place, a cowboy attire place. So Gucci and JJ are inviting the whole group to go to this rodeo, and we learn later on that many of them had not been to a rodeo. I guess it's pretty popular in Mississippi. The only thing I know about rodeos is that I used to watch Dallas, the TV show from the 80s, and I think that there were rodeos on Dukes of Hazzard. I can't remember, but anyways, that's all I do know about that. So I guess it'll be interesting to see them get down. At least they're doing something different and showing us other aspects of Mississippi. So Gucci wanted to talk to Letitia about Latrice. That's original. So Gucci, that's all you do talk about. Like, so you're not talking about, I've had a conversation with Selena, but it's about Latrice. That's my first gripe. So Gucci wanted to say, hey, what Latrice said about the whole 9 to 5 thing was not good. Everybody's talking about it. And they were offended by it. And Letitia does agree that Latrice should not have said it. Here's my point of view, and here's my thoughts. Because somebody says, I know nobody don't really want a 9 to 5. I mean, I think that I think Latrice was trying to be relatable to the people. And now I have a question about, what are we empowering the people to do and be? I mean, are you being a boss just clocking in at a job? What, you want them to be a boss as far as how to make their meals for their mans? Because I heard about your book, Letitia. I have not bought it, but it's basically a foolproof plan to keep your man from straying with a side chick. I'm just going by what people said, and I'm reacting to that. I could find out what it's all about, but it's like, lady, whatever. So Gucci says that Letitia's not holding Latrice accountable. You never do. And I'm like, well, how do you know what Letitia and Latrice's relationship is like and what they're talking about? You are not even that close to Letitia. How are you going to tell somebody what they're doing and not doing? It just seems like you are just duplicating whatever Marie is saying. You two bitter Bettys have gotten together and just doing everything you can to come up against Latrice. So it's like, she says, well, I'm going to have a talk with her. Letitia says it. But Letitia, you are really weird to me this season. You've been weird since last season. And you've been able to skate past stuff that you do. And I see you for who you are and for your works that you do. And I don't like it, even as you being the head person. And not a lot of people really come at you. But hopefully people come for you at this reunion, because you are full of BS. Again, what is your whole empowering mission is? You don't have a 9 to 5. But you talk about bosses. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? So that made no sense. Who cares who got offended? Are you a people pleaser or something? Because if you're there to empower, everybody's not going to be empowered. Everybody's not going to agree to it. And now your reputation is being ruined. I don't understand how. But nobody's talking about that realtor that was saying that there are no $1 million worth homes in Mississippi, in the state of Mississippi. Somebody who don't even live in Mississippi. Or at least, I don't think she lived in Mississippi. So I'm just going to say that that's how it was. If she does live in Mississippi at all, then I will correct myself on next week. But it's like, how come nobody's talking about that? How come nobody's offended by that? You had to get So Gucci up there to correct this woman that you invited. So I guess the only thing that you're going to have for this other woman is just not invite her anymore. Is that what it is, Letitia? Lord, we're almost 9 minutes in, and we only got through, 2 scenes or whatever. But I don't like the foolery that's happening. And the stuff that's not making any sense. Because your empowerment can't be to say, stay at your 9-to-5 job for the ones that want to be empowered. Everybody is not fit to be an entrepreneur. But I thought that was the basis of your brunches. Where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you going on these tours? And what are you saying? Because it's not making any sense. Let me move on. I told you I'm gonna be griping this episode of this review because it's not making any sense. You're not making any sense, and it seems like you are just digging up drama for television's sake, and it's just like a deflection on stuff that you don't want to talk about, even though Latrice is supposed to be talking about stuff that's going on in her marriage. Sorry. All right, so we move on. The next scene is with Tamara and Latrice. They get together just to catch up because those are the only two that get along. Well, those are the only two that want to hang out with each other, basically. So they get together, talk, kind of catch up. Latrice tells Tamara about her fibroids that she has. She's been bleeding out and all of that good stuff. She went to a doctor, and she was scared and nervous because she never had this before. You know, they were thinking about doing surgery, and she was nervous about that. She was saying that, I don't understand about these fibroids because I guess her and Cliff don't use condoms at all, which is interesting, Latrice. You're saying that you don't want to get pregnant, but you're not doing anything to secure that you're not getting pregnant, or at least put something in as a precaution to not get pregnant. That's a little bit odd to me, to be honest. We find out from Tamara, it's completely normal, and she understands that she just doesn't have the knowledge of it. You can still get pregnant even with the fibroids. It's more difficult to do that. From the conversation, Latrice was feeling more confident about having surgery to get the fibroids taken out. We also learned from Tamara that she has been working with the government to get a bill so that there is more research that is being done because fibroids seem to attack Black women. I actually do want to study that myself because I don't hear that out of white women or any other race. I don't know if that happens or not, but at least Black women lead in that. So I don't have any statistics or anything today regarding that, but hey. Yeah, so that was a nice scene. Tamara says that she's going to still keep her pregnancy a secret for now, and maybe later she'll share it. And of course, Tamara was drinking water and all that good stuff. So, Latrice, I don't know about this non-condom use. Are you on birth control? Hopefully you're doing that if you don't want a child with this man. Okay, so we move on to Marie, Essie, and Letitia. They come over. What's going on is that Letitia's been finding different spaces for Marie to now, what is it? I'm trying to think. Trying to, I guess, get up her facilities. And I guess that's what Letitia's doing. I still don't understand it, but I guess Letitia is a realtor also, too. Letitia, whatever, last name, Enterprises. I'm still lost at what she does. So in the meanwhile, Essie gives Letitia a recording of Latrice giving an interview saying that, hey, really, the people on my cast are just co-workers. We're not friends outside of the show. Letitia is offended by that. And Maria's going in, you know what? She's using you. She wants to become you. Why all of a sudden now she wants to do public speaking? Because she sees you booming and stuff. Marie, you are one of the lamest women I know. Thank God that somehow you're being successful with your businesses, but you are whack and crazy. She don't even know what Latrice is getting help from somebody who's supposed to be a mentor. And now you're saying that this person is trying to come up in the business to try to tear down Letitia. That is some of the dumbest stuff I ever heard from a successful boss woman. You are dumb. You are dumb. And, okay, Letitia can feel a certain type of way. They do describe the relationship as big sis, little sis. However, what is your relationship off camera? Because we still haven't discussed that at all. And even in this episode at all, there's nothing that's being apparent as to what's happening with the relationship. I think the only people that are really friends are Letitia and Marie. Of course, Marie with Essie. I think Soguchi and Akeisha are real friends now. But other than that, it's mostly for filming. So what are we doing here? I'm sorry. I think there's a lot of BS that's going on in this cast right now. I don't know. I think people are just creating stuff for drama, and I don't know. I have my thoughts, but this is only the first episode back. But I told you I'm gonna be griping. I'm tired of griping though. So we get done with that scene, and now it's time for the rodeo. Everyone appears. Letitia says that, I do want to have a conversation with Latrice, but this is not the time. Hopefully nobody brings it up. So they do the rodeo thing. Akeisha's husband, he gets up on the bull, and he just sits there. The bull just isn't wild or anything. However, they go to the main stadium, and now I guess there's some hog tying or calf tying, and Tamara's like, what is this? Is this animal cruelty? I think a lot of that does happen in the South, but they're not going to do anything to the calf or cow, whatever you want to call it. So everything's going on, and all of a sudden, Glenn is there also. He calls Cliff over to sit behind him, and Letitia's all of a sudden pissed and uncomfortable that Cliff is coming by. Letitia has a problem with Cliff because it looks like Cliff is really influencing Glenn and how he treats her in their marriage and all that good stuff. So then Glenn was trying to feed Letitia popcorn. She's like, don't do that, don't do that. Why would you have him come over? Blah, 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 blah. So we get done with that. It looked like a good time. I've never really been to a rodeo. Maybe if I go down to the South, or I am in the South, but a little bit more upward South, I may visit a rodeo. After that, they go out to have drinks. Everyone's invited. Tamara and Latrice and Cliff, they're sitting in their own space. Marie ended up sitting right next to them, and she's uncomfortable. I don't want to talk to them. But you're the one that keeps stirring up ish. So then Letitia ends up telling Akeisha and Soguchi what's going on. Even though she said, I didn't really want any type of moment. I don't want nobody bringing it up. But you have people around here who could have started something at this scene. It's like, I don't understand the energy that Latrice is giving off tonight. But you're over there, you're over here. You said that you're still upset with her. So what do you want from her at this moment? I think you're lying, Letitia. I think you are, I can't tell you what to feel, but I think that you are making issues out of nothing. Like it's over exaggerated. I'll just say that much, because it's like, lady, you're taking everything so personal, and I don't think it is that personal. Again, if y'all can define what the relationship off camera is, then I will get into Latrice. But right now, nobody's saying nothing. But Latrice is standing on that. Oh, look, y'all my coworkers. All right, so we're done with that. The last scene is with Latrice and Letitia. They come by, all that good stuff. Letitia said that she's booked and busy, as she always does every episode, and she's going on tour. And Latrice says, I'm glad that you brought up some type of speaking engagement. I did want some help regarding a speech, because I've been invited to a community college, a cosmetology school or beauty school, whatever they got, and just needed some help, so I make sure that I'm saying the right things. So that leads in for Letitia to start talking about, well, you know that you've offended a lot of people regarding that 9-to-5 job. Like, I didn't realize I was doing that, and me personally as a commentator, I still don't see what's wrong with it. I still don't see what's wrong with it, and I don't understand what your brand is, Letitia. Well, we can't do that. Everybody's offended. Who's offended? Like, it just, how I see Letitia goes about things is that she puts her personal feelings into it. You decided to be Latrice's mentor. So why are your feelings involved in this? Why are you hurt? Like, I don't understand that. You can't do that and effectively mentor someone else. I don't know what you need to do, Letitia, because it looks like you don't need to be involving your personal friends or personal people you have some type of relationship with to be a part of your crap, because you fall out with everyone that you do have something with as far as personally. Not saying it's all your fault, but it doesn't look like that you're going to be able to lead correctly with your feelings. I'm not saying you gotta be a robot. I'm not saying that you don't have to be affected by stuff, but how you are setting up these relationships and trying to be this boss, I'm not getting it. I don't understand you at all, Letitia. And I've been looking at you just crazy for 2 seasons. Even I could really say the first season, but I still gave you a break because maybe we would understand you a little bit more. But no whatsoever. So then Letitia said, okay, let's put a pause on that, since Latrice is not really comprehending or not really agreeing with Letitia right now. So I heard about this interview that you did, and it's very offensive. And all you think of me is a coworker? She said, no, I don't think of you as a coworker, and all that. It's not like that. Latrice feels like Letitia is tearing her down. It's like, what do you mean tearing you down? I'm holding you accountable for what you have to say. Possibly if you didn't have both conversations at once, it's like Letitia feels like I've been going to bat. I have a bad relationship with my friend because I'm going to bat for you, and that same bat that I go to bat for you, you beat me down with it. And then Letitia's like, how am I tearing you down? Because she ended up saying that. You tear down women. So how am I tearing you down? She takes what Latrice said about So Gucci. It's not about Letitia at all. It's about that So Gucci can't sell homes. Can she sell homes? Two of her friends have bypassed her and found another realtor that can help her. What has she sold? We don't know. We don't have numbers. So what are you talking about, Letitia? You can't even give an example about yourself. Now you're repeating what Marie is telling you and not being authentic. You're fake and you're phony. So then Latricia's like, you know what? I don't need any of this, and I can see myself out of this group if it's going to be like this. And then they ended up really squashing the conversation. If you were trying to hold her accountable, Letitia, I don't think you did it totally as you should have, because you're still putting your personal feelings in some of this stuff that didn't need your personal feelings in it. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. But that's my review, and that's what I think right now. I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please leave your comments. What do you think? Am I just totally wrong? Am I missing it? Is Latrice the problem? Is Letitia right in everything that she's saying? Is Marie right? Is So Gucci right? When are they going to have their own storylines? Who knows? All right, but also subscribe to my channel and share this video. Until the next one, peace.